The breaking news. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu writes a strong letter to federal government to immediately continue the case trial or freedom. So everybody's worried about this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case. It's not only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did well to write a letter to federal government to know the reason why avoid Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case, because this appeal have been take long. So everybody's worried to know the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case to not continue trying. I don't know the reason why. This is how Simon Ekpa own started. Finland have delayed Simon Ekpa own, but thank God that today that Simon Ekpa, own has continued. So everybody want to know the reason why the federal government is not continue Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case own, because if you don't continue Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case, release him immediately, because you can't just keep somebody for detention without trying. It's illegal. So everybody knows that it's not right to keep someone without trying. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu raising an arm. If the federal government cannot continue in case, let the federal government release him immediately. So that is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is saying, writing letter with anger to tell federal government to free me or you continue my case. So I don't know the reason why, whether the FG is running or what, because the way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is raising an arm, the way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bold or for this case, so that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will defeat FG. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is proud for this case. So that is the reason why I say that you see this case of Simon Ekpa, case of Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme leader of IPOP, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the hand of God upon this case, because the way this case is going, the way this case is going, you may not understand. You see this case, victory is for Umuchukwu Abiyama, because the way this case are going, they are afraid of this case. Finland government is afraid, and Nigeria government is afraid of too. Because if they are not afraid, why Nigeria government are not continue Nnamdi Kanu, appeal case continue immediately? Because I'll be delayed this case for long. For how many months now I'll be detain Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for detention without continue the trial? So that is the area I'm going. So I beg federal government to continue the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case trial immediately. So Simon Ekpa own is going on in Finland now. So let the two of them going on together. So like I said before, that the hand of work of God is upon this case, because the way this case are going, everybody may not understand that God is working. God is doing something for this case. So let's wait and know whether federal government is going to reply Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for the letter Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wrote for the federal government to continue the case trial or freedom. So let's know whether federal government can will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without continue the case trial. Even if they continue the case trial, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will still win this case. So let's know who win this battle, because God, they are not sleeping. You see, this case is for Umuchukwu Abiyama, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fighting for in people to regain freedom. Freedom is not a bad thing. depend the way you fight the freedom, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fighting his own in a peaceful way. I'm not seeing anything wrong how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for him people, to the people to be regain freedom for this bondage for long. So that is the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not want violence. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not want anything, like causing trouble, all this and that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a peaceful man. So federal government should listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to continue the case trial immediately or release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can be, can't keep, in prison just forgot just like that. It's not possible. It's not possible to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to keep in detention for long. It's not good. Even the federal government know that it's not good, that it's illegal to keep somebody without trying, nothing, just keep that person in jail. Where that the appeal court is ready, everything is ready. I don't know what is keeping this. Everything is ready. Everybody's, the whole world is watching this case, how this case is going. So let the FG do something to continue the case immediately or free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because you cannot keep somebody in detention for long without continue the case trial. So let the FG do something about this. So that is my advice for the FG, for continue Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case trial or release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu immediately. That is the letter Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wrote for federal government, that you cannot continue detain me here. If you are not interested to continue my case, release me immediately. So that is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is telling federal government. So I believe that very soon Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case will start. So thank you everyone. Like I told you before, please believe that God will do it. Just pray for God, and please don't cause violence. Don't look for trouble. Stay away for trouble. Umuchukwu Kakabiama is not looking for trouble. Please just stay away for trouble. So God is working. The hand of God is on this case. So thank you everyone. In case you never subscribe, please try and subscribe. Ola TV. God will continue blessing everyone. One love. Thank you.